Hey guys. Okay, I am here as always. It seems like there's nothing else to do for me, but I wanted to actually do a review on the latest episode of How to Get Away with Murder. Um of course, I know I did a video last week, and I was like saying my thoughts, actually my thoughts about the Wes and Annalise relationship and my predictions on what I wanted to happen or hope would happen within the show. But I see where it's actually, like turning into another direction according to this episode. Okay, so usually every Thursday, I'll be watching the episodes and everything. And I had actually I said, I'm not sure if I said in my last video that I wasn't going to share, I wasn't even going to bother seeing this latest episode of How to Get Away with Murder. Or, I was going to think about, like skipping it because it looked like it wasn't really that much of something to talk about other than, okay, there was this hacker that had emailed Connor this video of them running away from the mansion of the adopted children. I keep forgetting their names. And I was thinking, like, I wasn't going to hear, get like it's like we never were going to get any information about the West and the Annalise thing, about the issues, about the situation on how Annalise knew West's mother and all of that. And it seemed like it wasn't going, fast enough for me. So I wasn't going to bother watching last night's episode. But I did. And I can clearly say I'm glad that I did watch this episode because it really shined a light, and also it had that OMG moment in which okay, it literally shocked me because I never really thought, it was like, that's the first time ever that I actually had gotten shocked since watching the episodes of How to Get Away with Murder. People claim, they were shocked, and I wasn't shocked, but I know last night I was really, really shocked on how, at the ending, it was well played. And right now I feel it's so anxious. It's like I can't wait until next week to see what happens next because it had to be crazy. So guys, I'm just going to give you like a quick review. Probably those who also, I know some have watched, some have probably watched, and this video may contain some spoilers. Don't care. The episode already been aired. Okay, so in the beginning of the episode, it shows, shows the King Five, like from previous episodes. The King Five, Connor had received an email from what he believed was Philip that shows them running away from the mansion, and obviously they know now they were being watched by someone or something. I mean, someone who is Philip, not something. And the other issue is that, according to the episodes, like where we last left off in Wes's condition, Annalise had left a folder of documents for him to look at. So in this episode, he's pretty much trying to figure out what's going on, what happened to his mother, how Annalise knew his mother, what happened, etc. And alongside Laura, I was about to call her like Laura, who actually was devastated when Frank had told her the news that he had killed Lila. And she ended up storming out, and basically she just hung up with Wes all through the entire episode. That type of thing. So the other King Five, Annalise and Bonnie and Michaela and Connor, they were trying to figure out what they can do to stop Philip from posting this video, because Philip had claimed that he wanted, a certain amount of money within 36 hours. Otherwise, the video was going to go to the police. So they were sitting around trying to figure it out. And since Philip had a connection with the adopted children, Annalise and Michaela actually went to the mansion to meet up with. Oh my god, I suck at bad names, but it's the fine brother with the color eyes, the one that Michaela ended up sleeping with. They were actually gonna meet up with him to see if he can talk to his sister about if she can have a chance to talk to Philip or reason with him and all that. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, and they were trying to figure out what to do next. Okay, so the next thing is on Wes's side. So Wes and Laurel, they actually, Laura has suggested to Wes that they should, go to Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where he's originally from. That's where he was born and raised, with his mother before he went to foster care and was adopted and yada yada. So they took a trip to Cleveland, Ohio to try to figure out the mystery of the mother and try to find out what happened to her, who killed her, and all that kind of stuff. They looked into a certain case in which there was, at the time, his mother was a housekeeper, and she had ended up witness a murder within the home that she was employed in. And what happened was that the younger son was in prison, and Annalise, tried to come to his rescue and get her to testify, which unfortunately she wouldn't testify. And according to the documents that Wes and Laura had actually looked at, they actually seen it. Yeah. So
I'm going to go get my nails done. You want to go with me?
No, I can't go right now. Doing something.
You sure?
I'm sure I can't go right now.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, so I wish you leave me alone. Everything going so well on this video. Alongside that, y'all. Okay. Because my mother has the biggest habit of marching in my room. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so after what the King 5, after they couldn't come up with a solution, Annalise was like, okay, just go home, have fun, have sex, drink a lot, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because I guess she felt that it was going to be their last time. Like, if that video had gotten reported, they all, eventually would go to jail. And there were moments where, Michaela had actually visit, her new boyfriend, and they made out. And there was a thing between Bonnie and Asher where Bonnie just says, I'm done. There will be no future, anything like that. And she was just crying because I think she believed that she was going to go to jail, alongside Connor, who was trying to get something started with his boyfriend Oliver, and Annalise, who actually, had gotten some with Nate, her boyfriend. And okay, for fast track with them, back to Wes and Laurel. Okay, they showed a scene where Laura was still in wreck by what Frank had told her, and Wes had actually, it was him and her sitting in the car after when they got done, the library was closed and all that. They were sitting in the car, and Laura started, expressing her feelings about Frank and what he done and what he told her, saying that she reminded him of his dad and all that kind of stuff. And Wes was like saying, even though you go through all that, thank you for being there for me, thank you for helping me out and all that. And then they kissed. I was like shocked for that matter, because first of all, I was waiting for him, like, actually, if he were to kiss somebody, I was kind of waiting for him to kiss Annalise, but there's no point on that now. I don't know what to believe, but they ended up kissing, and I was like, like, really? Okay, so after that little awkward thing, they had ended up going back to Philadelphia, and from there, the story, kind of like the story ends on that part. So back to going to the end, the King Five had came up with a solution because Annalise had talked to Nate and let Nate knew about the video that Philip had sent through Connor's email, and they came up with a solution for that. So 36 hours were up, and then nothing else, wasn't happening. But then again, they have received, after that 36 hour, they received another email saying that Philip was indeed watching Annalise from her window from last night when she was with Nate. Okay, and then Laura had actually came in. During that time, Laura came in and she was furious, and she wanted to talk to Annalise over something. So she goes right into the back and she asks Annalise, did she know anything, or did she know any one specific detail that she left out or didn't want Wes or didn't want it to come out in the open? And it comes to a conclusion that Wes is not the puppy that everybody claims for him to be. Unfortunately, he had killed his mother with a knife, and they were showing a scene where she was bleeding to death and he had a knife in his hand, 12-year-old Wes. And that was the part that shocked me more than anything. That I would never think that they would write something about, a boy killing his own mother. That is just outrageous. And I know I'm not the only one, but I know there's some people that, that just can't wait for next week's episode. It was like, whoa, that was like a big bang. And then what sucks is that it actually ended, and then I wanted more and couldn't get no more. Like, that show is a fucking cock tease, to be exact. So I'm just gonna wrap it up there, like, with the episode. That's pretty much everything what happened in last night's episode. Spoiler or not, I don't give a damn. Like, screw it. Okay. So that's basically what happened. What my prediction is probably is, they had a little previews of certain things. Like, it seemed like Wes, it seemed like he's not the puppy he claimed to be. Like, he's turning into some kind of serial killer. And that seemed like that's better. That's like a little bit better than the whole him and Elise being together. Or if they actually make those two things happen, I would like that as well. So I'm definitely looking for the next episodes where I think, Wes is going to, he's going to figure it out in his mind, and he may snap next week. Somebody may get hurt. Mostly 9 times out of 10 it's going to be Annalise, considering how the trailer is going to be. So yeah, that's about it. What I wanted to say. That's my prediction about what's going to happen in the next episode. Or maybe, he ended up killing her, and then maybe they ended up, kissing or something like that. And, I'm sick. So, don't even worry about what I'm saying. But that's what I think was going to happen. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about on How to Get Away with Murder. I like the episode. There's nothing that I dislike about, this episode, other ones I would say, but I think it was a really good episode, and I'm definitely looking forward to next week and talk to you guys about it and just see, what my predictions are, see what your predictions are and all that. And also, if you guys want to actually post, your predictions or comments on what you think is going to happen in this next week's episode, you're more free to do so. Like I said, I look on Facebook all the time, and I see the previews of the comments of what people will predict what was going to happen, this and this, that is that, and we're all anxious to see what happens next. So I thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time.